بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم الحمد لله رب العالمين وصلي وسلم على نبينا محمد وعلى آله وصحبه أجمعين أما بعد رقية وحكامية The Rules and Etiquettes of Ruqya by Sheikh Saleh bin Abdulaziz Al Sheikh with close remarks by Sheikh Abdulaziz bin Abdullah bin Baz, died 1419 Hijriya. These are some of the issues related to the legislated form of Ruqya. The second category of incantations includes those that contain polytheism in them. Ibn Masud reported the Prophet ﷺ said, Inna Ruqya wa Tamaim wa Tiwala Shirkun. Very incorrect incantations, amulets, and bewitchment are all shirk. What is meant by the word incantations here are those that are polytheistic. They are the ones the people in the days of ignorance and those similar to them will use. Polytheistic incantations are not allowed. The Prophet ﷺ said, لا بأس بالرقية ما لم يكن شرك. There is no harm in incantation so long as there is no shirk. This refers to polytheistic incantations. What are polytheistic incantations? They are incantations that consist of one of the several things. First, seeking aid and assistance from someone other than Allah, such as a devil or a saint. So for example, one blows air or saliva on someone and supplicates for him in the name of our saint. If the incantation consists of seeking aid from Allah, while at the same time seeking aid from a saint or a dead person or a jinn, this is associating partners with Allah, shirk. Second, they contain unknown names, that is, the names with no intelligible meanings. Names with no significance are written. These names could be names of devils, which is why using such names in incantations is forbidden, since that is one of the means that lead to shirk. It's not permissible to use such names since they may contain shirk in them. The means to something has its own ruling according to Islamic principles. So if these means are means that lead to shirk, then they are forbidden, just like the end result. Third, they contain spells in them which sorcerers and conjurers call charms. These individuals write verses from the Quran in these charms, but they write them backwards and then place them in paper that they dissolve in water and drink. Or perhaps they are treated like an amulet and kept in one's pocket or hung on one's neck. These incantations are placed in a square-shaped object that contains unknown numbers and unintelligible letters, or they may be placed in a triangular-shaped object in which some of the names of Allah are written or its outer edges. However, unknown names, supplication, and numbers can be found in its interior. There is no doubt that all these are pathways that lead to shirk, or they are direct shirk, since they are seeking aid and assistance from evils. Other forms of polytheist incantation are those that consist of supplication that contain pathways that lead to shirk, such as seeking a way to Allah through the intermediary of a certain righteous people, their sincerity or their honor. This is not allowed since seeking a way to Allah through the intermediary of certain righteous people or through their sanctity or honor is an invention and one of the pathways that lead to shirk. What also falls under the prohibited forms of ruqya are those that are innovated or those that contain transgression in them, such as when someone compasses a ruqya or constantly perform ruqya that contain transgression in them. An example of this is what one scholar mentioned in a ruqya, which says, رددت أين الحسد إلى نفسه وإلى أعز الناس لديه وأحب الناس لديه. May the evil eye of the jealous person fall back on him, and those dear and beloved to him. The person giving the evil eye has transgressed. But as for those who belong to him, such as his father, mother, relatives, and children, they not transgress, so the evil eyes falls back on those who did not transgress against him. Such application is sinful since it is against others. So it is from the innovative application and incantations. Regardless if Ibn al-Qayyim, may Allah have mercy on him, mentioned it while in the course of a discussion in Zadul Ma'ad. So it becomes clear from this that the basic ruling with regard to incantation ruqya is that they are all forbidden except for those that are have been permitted. This shows that you should investigate and not accept ruqya from just anybody. We should not go to those that are known for practicing ruqya, since they are most likely basing the incantation upon something other than guidance and knowledge. If you come upon a ruqya or you are instructed to use one that cannot be found in the Quran or Sunnah, you should present it to someone that has knowledge so that he may clarify to you if it is permissible or not. This is based on the Prophet ﷺ statement, present your incantation to me. The one who doesn't know should present the ruqya to the someone who knows. There is no harm in incantation so long as they are not shirk. This means that you should present the ruqya to someone with knowledge so that he may tell you if it is permissible or not, and if it contains a valid meaning or not. It is obligatory upon everyone to abide by the legislated incantation and leave off, beware of and warn against the polytheistic and innovated ones, since they are dangerous and lead to shirk, which nullifies one's good deeds, and we seek refuge in Allah from these. So a person may come seeking a salvation, but turn out being a loser in this world and the hereafter, and we seek refuge in Allah from this. The one performing ruqya must have certain characteristics, meaning if one desires to engage in ruqya, he must first be sincere to Allah. This means that he must not be from those who associate partners with him, whether in speech or in action. Rather, he must be from those who adhere to pure monotheism. It also means that he must do it purely for the sake of Allah by seeking aid and refuge in only him when using this ruqya. Second, he must have knowledge. The meaning of knowledge here is restricted and refers only to knowledge, and that refers to knowledge that the ruqya he is using is registered. The ruqya must be found in the Quran, or it must be authentically reported in the Sunnah or in known supplications. One must have knowledge that this ruqya is prescribed in religion. He should present the ruqya to a person that has knowledge, so that he can say there is nothing wrong with this ruqya. If the person practicing the ruqya is ignorant and not from those who have knowledge, and he doesn't investigate into what incantation he should use and what he should not, these are signs that he does not practice ruqya properly, and shows that it is not qualified or able to perform ruqya. That his objective must be to assist and aid. This is a desirable characteristic, that one intends to help his brother and assist those in need of help. The proof for this is the hadith of Jabir bin Abdullah radiallahu anhu, in which the Prophet said, "Man astata'a an yanifa akhahu falyafal." Whoever is able to assist his brother should do so. Assisting one's brothers, whether they are in need or sick, is a good deed. Even if one gets compensated for it, he is still aiding his brother, and this is considered a good deed. Doing good is something that is required of all Allah's servants, and the most beloved of servants to Allah are those that are most helpful to Allah's servants. Fourth, another characteristic of the one performing ruqya is that we should correct the one being treated with Allah and not with himself, such as by making himself appear as something grand and as having the ability to heal with ruqya, saying such things as, "I healed so and so from such a disease, and I recited the Quran and cured myself from cancer, and I recited upon someone and cured him from such and such illness," thus exalting himself in the presence of the one he is treating. Therefore, from the commendable characteristic of the one performing ruqya is that he should be someone with humility, modesty, and humbleness towards Allah, and not someone that exalts and magnifies himself. He should use what Allah has given him to help others, and not use it to glorify himself and to make the people attach themselves to him. On the contrary, he should connect the people to the legislated words of remembrance and supplication that have been reported in the Sunnah. He must command the people to do good and forbid them from doing evil, thereby opening the means of good for them. Unfortunately, this is why we see many individuals, especially ignorant people and women, attaching themselves to those who perform ruqya, so they may say, I've treated so and so with this ruqya, yet perhaps they have never recited a single word over him, or perhaps he only recited a small portion over him, and so on. He did not strive to find and seek out the correct form of ruqya, and advise that he will help the one being treated. Rather, he only claims to be one that can perform ruqya. This is something that is not commendable. What should be done by the one performing ruqya is advise the people that the one who truly cures and heals is Allah, whereas it is just a means and the ruqya is just a means. He should teach people the recommended words of remembrance and supplication, and order them to do good and stay away from evil. Fifth, he must be aware of falling into situations of doubt and temptation, particularly when treating women, as it is possible that the devil may lure a person who into doing such acts as performing ruqya on a woman while there is privacy, or having him place his hand on her, or other acts that are not as prescribed in the religion. So it is an obligation on the one performing ruqya to beware of the pathways that lead to shirk, and to avoid the avenues of temptation that may cause his faith to be tested. And we seek refuge in Allah from these, as such outcomes have already befallen certain individuals who practice ruqya. We ask Allah to accept the repentance of all of them and guide them to the straight path. As for the one being treated by ruqya, that is a sick person or a person afflicted by evil eye, he must have the following characteristic. First, he must